their females and 90 for males. So Japan has the longest living males and females on a general, and the U.S. is just about number 2 on the longevity scale, and China is way low, 60s to 70s. Their lifespan, the moment the person is born, their lifespan is expected to live only 60, 70 years, and that's because of the pollution and the lack of environmental control that they have, and the whole place is toxic. So they are interested in longevity because they want to catch up on the longevity scale to U.S. and Japan in the presence of all this toxic environment. so especially the wealthy ones want to do that. So it's not true. It's only on the surface that it seems like with the herbs and the acupuncture and everything else, the culture of medicine, traditional medicine, seems to imply longevity. And I would say it would be true if there's no toxic environment on top of it. But unfortunately, it's very toxic right now. And as far as herbs is concerned, absolutely, I'm a big believer of many herbs, not all herbs. And I think herbs have to go through the scientific screening process and investigation process as Western medicine. And digitalis, by the way, which is a wonderful drug now we use every day for our cardiac patients, come from herb, digitalis. And metformin, which we use for diabetes, came from herbs. Many, many, many drugs in the Western world, good drugs, came from herbs. Aspirin came from herbs. So herbs.
That's interesting.
Sorry?
That's very interesting. I don't think most people know that.
Yes. Yeah, most people don't know that. And actually there are pharmaceutical companies that employ a bunch of pharmacists just to research herbs and derive the active ingredient, and patent it and turn it into a drug. Quinodeoxycholic acid was an herb. Quinodeoxycholic acid was successfully derived from an herb and found to dissolve gallstones, and that's how it was sold as such. After they patented it, of course.
Interesting. It's all about the patents, isn't it?
Yes, it's all about the patent, yes, because that's where the money is, monopoly.
Do you do brain scans on people? Do you look at people's brain age? I know Dr. Eric Braverman does a huge amount of futuristic testing in New York. What do you think about doing your brain age? Do you do that in your practice?
Very good. I am for that. But this is what I say to my patients. Kindergarten, when you don't run, you should learn how to run first before you fly. And the run is anti-aging. You should be on you should anti-age your body first, to the point where if I test your body, cardiac function, memory, nerve reaction, everything should be the same as a 20-year-old. Let's do that first. Once we accomplish that, then you promote them in college. The college is Dr. Braverman, and that is how do we keep the brain now without aging? People used to ask me, Dr. Chein, how do you I'm on growth hormone. I'm on every hormone. You check my hormones are all 20-year-old levels, okay? So for the last 18 years now. So people ask me, say, Dr. Chein, how do you expect you to die? How do you expect yourself to die? And I say, the way I'm going to die like a seagull. The Braverman area. See, why? Because the brain, all the hormones and everything will anti-age and keep my body parts below the neck young and youthful. But my brain continues to age rapidly, faster than any other organ in my body. The brain takes in 40% of the oxygen I breathe every breath and burns it. So my brain actually ages very fast, and that's why I say secondary college level anti-aging is how to anti-aging the brain, and that is Dr. Braverman's area to slow down the brain dying. And if I'm not successful in that, if I'm not successful before hitting 120 in that, I'm going to die with my brain failing, just like a seagull. Seagulls are animals like us, but their hormones don't drop. So what happens is the 20-year-old and the 120-year-old seagull fly together just as fast as catching food and everything, fish and everything, fly out several hundred miles and fly back in the evening. But the 120-year-old one day, because his brain is aging, and it also uses oxygen as a fuel like we do, the brain gets older and older. One day he'll fly. Everybody will fly northeast, or fly north, and he'll fly northeast. Everybody who flew 100 miles, and he would have flown 110 miles. So when he's coming back south, and he's coming back 100 miles, he couldn't find his island. And he circles and circles until he's exhausted and he drops in the ocean. And that's how I expect myself to die. I expect to die with any causes related to loss of brain function, such as a car accident, such as slip and fall, such as things that my brain can't catch up with anymore.
That's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. And I didn't know that about seagulls.
Yeah, but I like that. I would rather die that way than in the hospital with two tubes coming out of my nose, and a tube comes out of my mouth, another tube comes out of my bladder, and another tube comes out of my rectum. I don't want to die like that.
Do you ever see the day where we'll have a totally different kind of hospital, a hospital of the future, where there's such advancements happening in terms of treatments and quick and affordable diagnostics?
I don't know. It's a far fetched thing to look forward to. I hope so. I can only hope that. I don't know how it's going. It's going to come about. Because of the prejudice we have now on growth hormone, despite the Nobel Prize coming out, standing behind it, I still don't see too many doctors being converted today.
What do you think about growth hormone as it relates to immunity? Does it help immunity? Does it strengthen immunity?
Absolutely.
Can you talk about that? Because I think that's really important for people to hear. Speak a little about that.
Yes. I want to speak about that, and I have proof for that. Human growth hormone, by the way, is an FDA-approved drug or supplement for HIV, AIDS. So if you got AIDS, man, your insurance policy will pay for HIV. And you say, that's crazy. Why? Because it boosts immunity. So that's solid fact already, okay? I don't need to prove nothing. FDA is my proof, okay? It's approved purpose, and your insurance company will pay for that growth hormone to boost your immunity. And how does it do that? Because once you take growth hormone, and then, again, a little boring medicine here again, our thymus, people say, AIDS, you count T cells, right? T cells. What's T, Dr. Chein? What's a T? T stands for thymus, Thymus. Okay, thymus cells. These are the lymphocytes that come from our thymus, and they circulate around our body and kills the viruses when they come in. Well, AIDS virus attacks this T cell only. Of all the things attack, it doesn't attack, it leaves alone. It just goes to T cell, real virus, and just attacks the thymus-derived lymphocytes, the T cells, and drop them. And once they're dropped, you have no immunity against viruses and cancer, and you come down with viruses and cancer, and you die. That's how AIDS people die. Now, the growth hormone, interestingly enough, revives the thymus cells in your sternum, in the front of your chest. That's where the thymus is. And by age 40, all our thymuses atrophied, died. God's message to us: hey, you're around 40 now, time to check out. So the growth hormone actually revives these T cells, and the T cells, therefore, once revived, restore the ability to fight the virus and fight the cancer, and that's why it successfully fought cancers and viral infections, and that's why the FDA approved growth hormone for AIDS infection.
It sounds like, wow. Go ahead.
So I don't have AIDS, but I use growth hormone on other autoimmune diseases. Okay, many other autoimmune diseases, lupus, Sjogren's, all kinds of.
How about Hashimoto's?